The biggest challenge, I believe, facing Indianapolis is to be bold. I'm a native Hoosier myself, and we like to play it safe most of the time. Sometimes we have to take a big, somewhat risky step. I think Indianapolis is poised and ready to do that and really to excel.
We have more and more great schools right here in the heart of the city that are truly accessible, and parents and stakeholders understand how to access those schools, how to really push those schools to really serve their children in our community, but ultimately just making our schools even better, particularly right in the heart of the city of Indianapolis.
I think that Indianapolis should continue to focus on just making the streets pedestrian and bike friendly. I think that that's a very important thing to just the future. I think that cars and automobiles, that whole scene is going to change. I think street level retail in particular will benefit greatly from just increased pedestrian traffic. Our downtown will get better as there's more street level retail to kind of go in line with a lot of this multifamily development.
To make funding accessible for all stage companies, not only seed and startup, but scale up. None of us like to go outside of Indiana to get money to fund our businesses. So probably accelerate how we're able to do that. And then incentives as well, because those really help us accelerate growth.
Indianapolis could truly embrace innovation and everything that's going on around us in the technological field. So much has changed, so much has advanced that really applies to everything we do. Even where I work in government service, we can really embrace innovation and technology to help us perform the day-to-day tasks and responsibilities that we have.
One of the most important things beyond just creating an environment that attracts folks that are born here to stay is how can we actually be a net importer of really talented and diverse individuals. And so I think about a lot of the good work that I see at the airport and just trying to make Indiana and Indianapolis more accessible. We're already sort of the crossroads of the country, and I think we can build upon that.
Create more events, create more opportunities for millennials and younger people to get out and enjoy the city that we have.
I would love to see Indianapolis get even more progressive in the way we think about problems, the way we think about cultural norms. One of the things I do miss about California is there is just a wider diversity of thought, and the way people approach different situations is a little more open-minded sometimes, so I would love to see Indianapolis move in that direction as well.
One thing that Indianapolis can do is really kind of allocate certain housing units to people with records. Now I'm talking low-level, non-violent drug offenses, right? Of course, some prohibitions make sense, right? When there's a logical nexus between the underlying offense and whatever circumstances present themselves for living. So I'd like to see that.
Every different location from Fountain Square, Broad Ripple, Carmel, each has its own, even downtown Indianapolis has its own identity. So I think as far as connecting those areas, I think would be great.
I think there's a lot of things that we're doing right now that are really going to come to fruition. So I think we'll continue to grow in certain sectors, information technology. I think we'll see advanced manufacturing and biosciences continue to really lean into Indianapolis as a Midwest hometown. But I think what I'm most excited about is the opportunity to train up our residents. We don't want a tale of two cities. We want to ensure that everyone has access to those economic opportunities that are going to be made available through those businesses.
Over the next decade or so, I would love to see Indy embrace its technology foundation. I want it to become a tech hub, and I think it already is, but even more so than it is now.